Nambi. Hey, again, this man is coming again. Oh, my life is a sitcom. Well, let's begin. Well, think I'm sitting here next to you in my sofa where you are front me, and we are going to have a serious talk. Like a talk people don't usually want you to know when you are in your 18, 20s, early 20s. And it's when you have to make the choices of your life. I mean, you have to choose what do you want to become for the rest of your life. And that's pretty difficult. That's pretty difficult, and for real, it's a problem, really. So I will quickly share my experience with that, because I'm now in my 30s. Yes, babies, being in your 30s doesn't mean to be being destroyed physically, mentally, well, but physically not. No, it's not the case. You can be pretty, beautiful, and awesome at even your 70s, okay? So don't be scared by the age. That's the first thing I want to say, because most of the people I know, and at least my friends and all the people we were together at the high school and school, we are now much better. Okay? So don't worry. And about what is the video, that's not the phrase. And then what I want to talk with you is I understand you. You are in your early 20s and someone tells you, hey, what do you want to be? Because now it's time to study hard or to dedicate hard your time to be that thing. But at least that you are that 5% of the population that have a clearly mind since he's a child, or since he was born, that he wanted to be like a doctor, a painter, an architect. Okay, the rest of the population, the 95%, we didn't know anything about the life. And when someone talks to you about this at this age, they make it super dreamy, but at the same time like practical in the money way. So what are you trying to say, Gemma? It's easy. They told you you should have a good job with a good income monthly, okay, because you probably will have a family, or you will buy a house and a car, and you need a good job for that. But the most of the times they don't ask you, what do you really like to do? Because it's important to think that you're gonna dedicate all your life to this thing, okay? So in my particular case, maybe with me as an example, you can see what hard can be to make that wrong choices that all of we did. Okay, don't worry about make bad choices, because all the things makes you go to the thing, the final thing that you wanted to do since the first time, only that you do more like spinning around, but it doesn't matter. Don't push yourself so much. It happened to me. Sorry if I make some certain grammatical fails in English, because I remember to you that I'm Spanish and my mother tongue is Spanish, so maybe I'm having a lot of mistakes. Sorry for that. But I wanted to be understanding in all the countries possible, because this is the same for all of us, I think. So, as my personal experience, I have a type, well, that's too much talking about me, but let me just say that I have a very special particularity to learn easily what I want to learn. So I always remember for all my life writing like this in this school things to and win prizes for writing, even in other languages. I have a total focus on manga, on the Japanese art style. I was always, since 6 or 7 years old, focused on that. I love it, but I have no references, first of all, and the second reason is my family would never let me try to do something like that without knowing nothing about this, because nowadays you can find information in all the things that you want. You can Google and you will find easily all the information that you want, but it was not the case when I was a child. So I love reading manga, I draw, I remember drawing a lot, not too much too. I love reading tebeos, which is the name of the Spanish comics, okay? I read all of them, of the collections, that because my father liked them, and he bought me all the ones, and I have like a big library, bookstore, you know what I mean. So okay, it was here is the key. It was my hobby. So Gemma has a hobby, and that was art. But that's not gonna be Gemma's job in the future, okay? That's the thing of my family, my professors, all the people around me. So here we have the first thing, okay? Now I think now it's more easy, but okay, depends in the culture too. So let me jump to my time to university studies. And I was clearly directed by my auto-exigency mind and my auto-selfish destroying mind to a science career, because science is the biggest thing here at that moment. I'm talking like in, in the past, at the past. So I did a career based on science, which was environmental science. Okay, as a kind of engineer, which I love because I loved to take care of the environment. But look, I confuse those two terms because I had like the art as a hobby and the protecting the environment, knowing about science and that as my job. But what it really happened is that it should be twisted. Like, I love to know about science, I love to know about investigation, about new discoveries and other things. But when I studied the career, I was truly amazed by the worst. I mean, I thought what I am doing here is not why about what I was studying, because I love it. I love to know things. It's my personality, my character. I love to new things and learn a lot of things. But when I was doing this career, I was like, but I really don't like where I'm going to work if I don't like the job probabilities that they are saying that I can do. I really don't want to spend my life working on that. When I knew that, it started my worst nightmare, which was an anxiety, hard, chronic trauma. So it was to the point, I don't want to talk now about it. If you want, I can talk about it in another video, because I think I can help you a lot about this with this. But I really just went to the point that I can't enter the university because I died at a panic attack at every single time that I look at these classes, at these chairs. I'm trembling now thinking on it. It was truly a nightmare for me. At that moment, art was a part. I was not thinking on nothing about this because I was truly worried and about how I'm going to manage that. I knew that at that moment, well, I don't know really, but my mind was trying to talk to me. My mind was trying to speak to me and said, Gemma, that's not what you are meant for. You are not happy doing that. You are feeling pressure, you are feeling close, you are feeling like without air in your lungs. So go out of there. But I didn't understand that at that time. So I went to doctors, I went to psychologists, I went to all the things. I managed because I have a strong will, I have to say that. I have a strong willpower, and for my parents that paid me all the career, I knew I had to finish it. I finished it with 2 years apart from my first my first friends for the career the same year. Because I started working, because this disease can't, I have to fight with myself to go to class and study and go to the exams, since I couldn't be in the exam place. It was dramatic, but I did it. Okay, I finished my career. I had my paper there, my certificate, big certificate, signed by our king here in Spain, and that's it. Here I have it. And then when I started to find jobs, I find myself trying to not look for this kind of works because I didn't like it, and I tried. I work as something related to it, but the most enjoyable one for me was to be a museum, scientist museum, like guide and like a teacher in there. That was awesome, my perfect job. I could be there right now too. But well, for the crisis and all these things, I ended up stopping working there. Not for me, for other things. And then I have to start looking at my choices and all the things that I could remember of, or I could know that I could do. It was all related to art. What I did, I bought a camera with how is said, préstamo. They lend me money, the bank, okay, and I bought a professional photography camera, and I started to do books, weddings, and all those kind of things. I had my own business for 2 years. I was so happy because it was related to the image, it was related to art. I didn't know back then. I saw that as my safe job. I was super happy, and when I saw my photos of being a photographer that my ex couple took for me, I was with a bright smile. I was so happy. But it ended because the income, it wasn't sufficient. And well, in my personal life something happened too. I broke up with my partner, and I have to leave my the flat where we were living together for we stayed together for 9 years. I was independent, we were living together, and then to my anxiety complex trauma, I had a high deep depression. Okay, I had to return to my home with my parents, which it wasn't the same city as I was living independent. So I came back to the town with my parents at my 26 years. I can't talk. Phew. Well, I don't want to be more deep about that, but since then I have my anxiety, I have my depression, and then I got my hyperactivity, mind hyperactivity detected, which it wasn't detected when I was a little child. They saw to my parents that I have jealousy for my sister. Yes. Of course I had jealousy. It was my sister, but my little sister when she born. But then what I had was an truly hyperactivity and deep thinker mind with a high sensorial how is it said? Pass. I don't know how to say. A high sensorial capacity. I don't know how to say. So it was all in my genetics. But then when I developed the depression, for me, it was a total stop in my life. I don't want to be deep about that, really. Let's talk about now. I have 30 years now. I am in my 30s. Don't worry, babies. 30s don't change your physique that much. You don't have to be afraid of your 30s, because at your 30s you are at your best point, I say to you, because you know what do you want to be. You know exactly what do you don't want to accept, or what do you don't want to be. So you apparently become more stable, okay, mentally. Even I have depression, I'm much more stable with my decisions, and all my goals and that. So don't be worried, okay, by age. So now, at my 30 and a bit more, which I don't want to say, I know for sure that I want to be an artist. Now, yes, now. And it's not late. Why it's gonna be late? What you are gonna to experiment is that when you age, you become more alone, but normally because you need to be more alone and you want to have your your personal space, okay? You learn to appreciate your personal space. So that's when you find yourself, you talk with yourself, and you know what do you want to be for real. At this point, I want to say, if you had one job since your 20s, early 20s, and you are super happy with it, congratulations, that's what all the people wanted to. But if it's not your case, don't worry, because I'm very I had my foot well on earth, but I'm very dreamy too, and I know, because I did it, that if you want to do something and you put all your effort on that, you will accomplish it for sure. But it's not for free. That's the wrong thoughts that I see today on videos, on all kind of, on all the positive thinkers. Wait, I'm a positive thinker, but wait, you have to know, you have to be real, you have to know that first you have to work a lot. And if you don't know nothing about the career or something, you have to work more and barely thought. But you can do it. It only requires that your effort. What are stopping you? What is the thing that is stopping you? The effort? Because if you don't want to put effort and pursue this dream, maybe you don't want to be this, maybe you don't want to accomplish this dream. But if you truly want it, you will work. I'm sure that you will work and you will step strong and said, I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna do it. But because you're gonna work hard, and you will have the results. I'm a truly definer of the much effort I put, the much success I have. Not success in terms of money, maybe, but in terms of what do you want it to have first. Money comes later with it. It's a secondary thing. Okay? Yes, it's the first thing to have a good life, but believe me, now I'm totally broke. I tell you, I'm totally broke. But I'm doing with the things that I could have, I'm doing my best to be my best in my new choice, which is to be a comic maker and a writer. You will be like, oh, you have a difficult path. Yes, I know that I have a difficult path to overcome, but I will do it. I'm sure I will do it because I'm sure about myself, about what I can do. And I'm sure that when I work hard on something, I work with all my body and mind and time on it. So it couldn't go bad. It couldn't be bad. Okay? It could be much less successful than you expect. If you are a dreamy person like me, I dream big because I love dream big and I like dream big, and that's my way to keep doing steps to do things. Yes, I dream big and I believe in dream big, even though I didn't have yet any results. I'm a writer. I publish without no money. My last summer I published my first book. I work super hard. I was working on I don't know how to say almacén. I was working in a normal place where the food is making the, I don't know how to say, I'm sorry, I will put it right there if I if I remember. I was working with a lot of other women and men in a normal fabric, okay? Food Fabric, yes. I was working at there, and I remember to woke up at 4 at the morning to write my book, and I was so happy for that. And then at 6, I went to the fabric, and I came back at 8 at night. But I knew that all this effort have a reason to be. So then I started to do our research, and I learned about the self-publish method to publish books, and I talked with a bank, and they lent me a small amount of money. So in 2 months, 6 months after writing it, 2 months after talking with the bank and doing all the logistic things, I had my book published. It's not a dreamy way like in the films, that sometimes people have this kind of luck in life, and I love it, but it's not my case. If it's not your case, you can do it in the mechanical way, working, keep working on it. Then I wanted to do a comic about my dog, which is a lot more expensive to make a book with color pages, color quality pages. So it was so hard. I was researching. I did. I'm gonna tell you, and you're gonna see my passion. I worked for 2 months, 8 hours a day and 4 at night, because I was jobless at this time, doing my watercolor comic non-stop. In less than 2 months I finished it, and in 1 more month I find a print business which was cheap. I had to pay for first, and they will send me the books, and then I could sell them. So I order like a small amount, and this was 4 months ago, and I sold it all. And just now what I'm doing is redrawing all the comic in a digital way, because I had an iPad too. Gemma, how are you doing all of this if you don't have any money? You are broke, you are okay. There are many sources that you can explore. I use my social media to get me people know me first of all, and then how I got the iPad is I went to a shop, an electronic shop that is here, MediaMarkt. I don't know if it's in all over the world, but in Europe I know it is. And I was looking for the iPads, and I say, I can't pay that for now, impossible. It's impossible to do it. But I talked with the assistants, and they told me, we have a kind of financial thing, and you can buy it and pay in monthly short quotes and that. And I said at this moment, yes, let's sign it. You have to be brave and responsible, but you have to be brave to make your dreams come true if life don't give it done to you. Don't step away and don't stop. Because what I learned is life is about being happy in little moments. You can't stand happy all the time. So right now I'm redrawing my comics in my iPad. I don't have it here. I have it here. I will show it to you. I'm paying it. I think I have 2 years for pay. Okay? And well, that's my source. That's the capacity that I have in terms of money. So believe me, I won't stop. I will continue trying to keep my dream made my job, because that's what I want to be. Even though while I accomplish that, I have to work in other things like for Midjourney or something like that, I will do it. Okay, no worries. But at the end of the day, I will make my comics, I will have my social media, and I know at the right time it will be my job. So that is what I wanna tell you, that never is too late. Never is too late, and never is too early. So if you want something, work on it. That's easy. If you want to be fit, you have to work to be fit. It doesn't come like I'm now fit. No, you have to work a lot. And people who is fit works a lot on his body. So the same goes for all the things on the life. So I wanted to say that to you. I hope it wasn't very strong and boring. And last, what I wanted to say is I'm gonna try to film all the process of me trying to be an artist. I am an artist. I feel like I am, and I say it. I think I am an artist since I was very child, and I don't have any trouble to say it. But I want to work as an artist, and that's another thing. So this video is like the start for you to see how I try to make my career as an artist my full-time job. Let's see. So I know, and you know right now, that I will have to put my best effort. I will share tears. I will laugh, but I will do it. And that's the message I want to give it to you. Okay? If you want something, go for it, but not for free. If you got it free, oh, good luck. That's lucky, but that's not the usual way to accomplish things. So I hope you can subscribe to my channel, and that truly will help me. And I wanna film one video to each week for now, maybe 2 when I have more time. And what I want to show you is that with effort, that's my dog, which deep in a deep dream. We can be wherever we want, but we need effort. So thank you for watching the video until here. And when I got 1,000 is 1,000 subscribers, I wanna do something special, but I don't know what to do because I know it's gonna be difficult for me. All in life it's been very difficult, but I don't care. I always say that I'm a warrior. Warrior. In Spanish is guerrera. I'm a guerrera. Soy una guerrera. So I will have it at the right time. So I want to give you this trustful sensations and a big kiss. Mwah. See you in the next video, and I hope you give me a thumbs up and a subscribe, please. See you, my babies.